Welcome back, everyone. I'm Emma Soy, and today I want to talk directly to those of you who are doing the caring, the providing the care, the daughter, the son, the spouse that's providing the direct care. Not about your loved one, but today it's all about you. See, a woman named Diane came to me about a year ago. She was caring for her mother, who had Alzheimer's, while raising her children and working full time as an accountant. When I asked her how she was doing, she said, I'm fine. I just need to try harder. She wasn't fine. She had lost 15 pounds. She hadn't seen her friends in months. She was snapping at her kids, crying in her car before work, and lying down at night, running through everything she should have done better that day. When I asked when she last did something just for herself, she couldn't even remember. Diane wasn't failing at caregiving. She was experiencing caregiver burnout. And until you could name it, or until she could name it, she couldn't address it. And so today I want to help you see what burnout actually looks like, and more importantly, what to do about it. Burnout is not laziness, it's not weakness. It's a sign that you don't love. It's not a sign that you don't, it's not a sign that you don't love your parents, you don't love your spouse, you don't love your loved one. Burnout is what happens when you give more than you have for longer than you can without adequate support or replenishment. It's a state of chronic depletion, physically, emotionally, and mentally. It doesn't happen suddenly, it builds up. It builds slowly, so gradually that you often don't even recognize it until you're really deep in it. The research in caregiver health is sobering. Family caregivers have higher rates of depression, anxiety, and chronic illness than non caregivers. They are more likely to delay their own medical care. Their mortality risk increases. And this is just because caregiving is inherently harmful. It's because most caregivers don't get the support they need. See, when I work with family caregivers, I often remind them you are not a renewable resource. You cannot pour from an empty cup indefinitely. Your well being is not separate from your loved one's care, it's essential. Burnout rarely announces itself. It rarely announces itself clearly. It disguises itself as other things like stress, tiredness, a bad week. See, here are the signs I look for when I'm talking with family caregivers. I'm looking for exhaustion that sleep does not fix. You get 8 hours and you wake up more tired than when you went to bed. You rest on the weekend and start Monday feeling no better. This is not normal fatigue, it's depletion at a deeper level. Short fuses, you are snapping at the people that you love. Small frustrations feel enormous. You have less patience for your parent, your spouse, your kids, and then you feel guilty about it, which makes everything worse. Withdrawal. You stop seeing friends. You decline invitations. You tell yourself you don't have time. But the truth is, you don't have the energy. And social connection feels like one more demand, one more thing. The other thing is the loss of identity. When someone asks you what you do for fun, you can't answer. Your entire identity has collapsed into one word: caregiver. You've lost touch with the person you were before. The other thing is health neglect. You postpone your own doctor's appointments. You're not exercising. You're not eating well. Whatever's fast and available, that's what you're eating. You tell yourself you take care of yourself later when things calm down. But things just never calm down. The other thing to watch out for is resentment. This is the hardest one to admit. You love your parents, you love your spouse, you love the person you're caring for, but you also resent them secretly. You resent the situation, the demands, the way your life has been overtaken. This resentment doesn't mean you're a bad person, it means you are overwhelmed. And I want to address something that might be frustrating for you. You probably heard the advice: take time for yourself, practice self care. You can't pour from an empty cup. You probably have heard these terms. People tell you those things over and over again. And you probably thought, when exactly am I supposed to do that? Between the 6 a.m. medication and the 10 p.m. bedtime routine? While I'm on hold with the insurance company during my lunch break that I spent making doctor's appointments? When am I supposed to do that? The problem with most self care advice is that it assumes you have resources you don't have, such as time, energy, money, and health. It puts the burden back on you. It implies that if you are burned out, it's because you're not doing self care correctly. And that's not fair. And it's not accurate. The solution is the solution to burnout is not a bubble bath. The solution is structure, structural change, building a sustainable system where you are not the only load bearing wall. Let me share what I've seen work for family caregivers who found their way back from burnout. Number one, accepting that you cannot do this alone. That's number one. This is the first and hardest step. Ooh, I cannot begin to tell you how many times and how many family caregivers that I have to make this statement to, that I have to help come to this point, accepting that you cannot do this alone. Our culture celebrates self sufficiency. Asking for help feels like failure. And I've seen this in spouses, I've seen this in daughters. The caregivers who sustain this work over time are the ones who build teams, whether that's family, friends, paid help, or some combination. Getting specific about what you need. I need help is way too vague. People don't know what that means. Instead, what I've seen work is I need someone to sit with mom on Tuesday afternoon so I can go to therapy. I need someone to handle the pharmacy pickup. I need a sibling to take over the medical appointments. Specific asks get answers. Protecting non negotiables. There have to be things in your life that caregiving cannot touch. For some people, it's one evening a week. For others, it might be their morning walk or their book club or their religious practice. These are not luxuries, they are anchors. They remind you that you exist as a person, not just a caregiver. Okay. Next is grieving what you've lost. Caregiving involves loss of the relationship you had before, loss of your freedom, loss of the future that you imagined. This grief is so real. It is real and it needs space. It needs its own space. You need to take time to be able to address it. Many caregivers find that acknowledging the loss rather than pushing it through actually frees up some and give them some energy. It give them some energy in being able to continue on. It's an ability to be able to express that freely without being judged. Considering professional support, a therapist who understands caregiver stress, a support group where you don't have to explain yourself, A care manager like us who can take some of the logistic off your plate, these are not admission of defeat. These are tools, tools that can help you become successful at caregiving without you breaking things, breaking your health, breaking your relationship. I know that for many of you, the barrier for getting help is not information, it's guilt, pure guilt. You feel like you should be able to do this. You feel like getting help means you're not doing enough. You feel like your mom or your dad would be disappointed if they knew you were struggling. I want to offer you a different frame. Getting help is not abandoning your parent, it's ensuring that you can be present for them over the long haul. It's ensuring that when you are with them, you are not so depleted that you can't really be there. The goal is not to be a martyr. The goal is to be sustainable, and sustainability requires support. Okay? So if you're still listening to this to me talking and you can relate to any of this today, I want you to take some time and think and let this go through. Uh, if you have anything weighing on you today, if you are struggling with anything, there are no stupid questions, and reach out to us. We'll answer, we'll be there for you, we'll provide you the support that you need if you have any of this. And let me offer some guidance today. These are some of the questions that I hear a lot from family caregivers. And let me share them with you and give you my thought on these. Number one, my siblings want help. What do I do? This is one of the most painful parts of caregiving when the burden is not shared. Here's my thought in this: be direct and specific about what you need, not general complaints. Oh, I'm tired, nobody helps. Don't be general. Be specific. Sometimes siblings don't help because they don't know how, and they might be feeling unwelcome. Okay? Consider having a family meeting. And we do that a lot as care managers. We encourage family meetings because you have opportunity to discuss things, possibly with a neutral third party like us, like a social worker, someone like us. And ultimately, if they want help, you have to accept that and plan accordingly, which might mean bringing in extra help, paid support that they can contribute to financially, even if they can't contribute time. Give them that opportunity to be part of it. Next, I feel guilty taking time for myself when my parent is suffering. Oh, I hear that too a lot. Your parent's suffering is real, and your needs are also real. These are not in competition. You taking a break doesn't increase their suffering, and you being depleted doesn't decrease it either. Most parents, if they truly understood, wouldn't want their child to sacrifice their health and their well being also. You can hold both truth, that your parent is struggling and that you need and deserve care also. Next, how do I know when it's time to consider a facility? This question is very personal. It's a personal decision, and there's no single right answer. Some signs that it might be time when when safety at home can't be maintained, even with help. When the level of care exceeds what can reasonably be provided in the home, when your own health is seriously declining, or when your loved ones need more medical supervision than home care can provide. A facility isn't giving up. It's recognizing that some care needs are beyond what any family can meet at home. Okay? So that's just what it is. It's very personal. You just have to do it. It's individual. Next is this. My parent or my mom or dad does not want anyone but me. They refuse anyone else to help them. This is very common, especially with cognitive changes. I have a few strategies. Number one, introduce help gradually. Starting small, frame it as helping you rather than replacing you. This person is here, you can frame it like this. This person is here so I can run to the store. Have the same person come consistently so your mom or dad can build some familiarity. And sometimes, honestly, you have to just make the decision for your own survival, even if your mom or dad resists. Their preference matters, but so does your well being, so does your health. Okay. In closing, I want to thank you for being here today. If you recognize yourself in anything I described here today, if you are running on empty and not sure how much longer you can keep going, I am here to talk. Sometimes just having someone witness what you are carrying make it a little bit easier, make the load lighter. Give us a call, 704 209 5040. You can email us at info@gentleshepherdcare.com. Check us and check our website, www.gentleshepherdcare.com. We are here every Wednesday. If you find this is helpful, share it with someone who might also need it. Would you take care?